all of you join us for this unfiltered chat. Today we have a very special guest, Miss Ritika Shetty, who completed the advanced certificate in digital marketing communication from MICA on upGrad. Welcome, Ritika. How are you today?
Hi, I'm good. How are you? How are you doing? How's it been?
I'm really, I'm really good. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
So great. To all our viewers, get ready to hear her live about pre to post learning experience with upGrad and her professional journey. So let's begin.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
yeah. So Ritika, we are eager to hear about your journey and insights from the course and otherwise. But first, could you just tell us a bit about yourself and your professional background?
Sure. So I have done my bachelor's in journalism and mass communication, post which I did my PGDM course with MICA and upGrad in digital marketing. So through that, I got my first job into a digital agency, which was Group M. It's a great agency to work in. If you guys end up getting an opportunity from upGrad through Group M, do take it up. It's an amazing company to work with. So yeah, after that, I switched my job recently. I'm working in Shebang as a social media marketing person. We call it brand solutions team over there. So yeah, that's been it for me till now, but it's been great.
Great, that's great actually. Your journey looks really creative already so far.
Yeah.
Ritika, when was the first time you heard about upGrad? If you can just walk us through that. Yeah.
So the first time, actually, my journey to get into upgrad was a bit different. So I had never heard of upgrad before. I did my course in 2020. I got a call from my friend who was like, कि, अरे यार bachelor's खत्म हो गया है, now we probably have to do something, and it was the COVID period. So then at that point of time we required something, like we had to do something. We weren't getting jobs, we just got graduated. It was a hell of a thing for us. So then my friend told me about this course and she was like, we need to upskill. We can't just rely on our bachelor's. So I was like, okay, maybe I should also try this out. I had no clue. I heard about what the curriculum looked like, and I was like, okay, this is something that I might be interested in, and this is something that can take me forward in my career. So then I got to know upgrad. We started we did the whole we started the course basically, and then since then it was great. It has helped me a lot in my career. Yeah.
Great. That's really interesting. But I am really fascinated to know that why did you think that digital marketing was the right fit for you, and what made you think upGrad's digital marketing course is the best for you, like suitable?
So at that point of time in 2020, the world was shut,
Yeah.
but digital platforms were something that were working really well. So that was like an opportunity for me as well. So I come from a mass media background,
Yeah.
and mass media kids, I feel like they're just confused once college ends, because it's like marketing karu, journalism karu, advertising karu, kya karu.
Yeah.
So then at that point of time, digital marketing was something that felt like, कि, हाँ, this is something that's going on. Maybe if the world ever shuts again, digital agencies will always keep going. So that was a motivation for me to take this up. And when you do something like digital marketing, it always kind of helps you out, because it's like you can either work for another company, or maybe you can start your own brand, and you know how to market it on a digital platform, and the world is digital right now. That's why that grew my interest in the particular course.
Interesting, really interesting. So, when you were enrolling for this upgrad course, how was your experience with our counselors? Who were helping you to understand the whole course and to get it enrolled, everything.
Oh, so the counselors were really helpful, and they kept checking up on us. So every Saturday I would get a call, ki, how's your mentoring session going and everything? And are you doing the classes and everything? So they kept following up with us on these particular things. And the thing is that it is such an interesting course that you would not actually require anyone to follow up on you. It's just that you would do it by yourself. But even after my course ended, I had so many there was Ruchi, who helped me out through my whole career path. So basically, from getting my internship to asking me how's it going, to helping me in how to build my resume, and how to build my LinkedIn profile, everything. She helped me out in everything. So that was a really good kind of a support system for me. And it was really helpful for someone who was just starting out, like in their career. It was
Mhm.
really helpful.
Yeah, that is really interesting actually, because when, as you mentioned, that everybody is confused when they post their bachelor's, so it's really important to have a good counselor to help us, to navigate the way. So
Right.
it's really interesting, right? So my next question would be that how was your experience with the curriculum and faculty? Because I'm sure there are a lot of different projects that you got to do in this
Yes.
whole program. So tell us a little bit about that.
So there were a lot of live projects that I got to do during this program, and when you see it as a project, you work on it, but it's not just a project. You could also use those particular projects to kind of build your portfolio. So my whatever live projects I've done through upgrad, I've also added them to my CV, and it's really helped me to get to give the employer an understanding of how I am, how things work out for me, and how I see things in the marketing world. So I think these live projects are something that need to be taken seriously, because it's also interesting, but it also helps you in the long run. And the
Yes, that
mentors, the teachers, the professors. So I remember I still follow my professors on Instagram. So basically, there's Professor Siddharth. Amazing, he's amazing. Like every class that he had, it was great, very interesting. He gave such good insights into the marketing world. Yeah, so that way it was a great learning for me.
Great, great. That's really interesting to know. So, how was your experience when it comes to learning online, with your extracurricular activities and other things that you're doing, like overall online learning experience, if you can comment on that? Yeah.
Okay, so obviously it's something that you have to be self motivated to do, because you have chosen the course. So it's something that's on you.
Right.
But I feel like if you really love what you're doing, and the course helps you kind of build through it, so you would
Yeah.
end up completing the course, and it will help you
Yeah.
in multiple ways. So it was a great thing for me as well. Yeah.
Great, great. I really, really agree with that, because you really have to motivate ourselves for, all the
Yeah,
things, especially our passions and digital marketing, whatever you pursue for.
exactly.
100% agree. So, while you were in this course, you must have received, ample of networking opportunities, So,
Right.
did you manage to make good connections, during the course and afterwards?
So I did make a lot of new connections, and through upgrad itself, a lot of the students from the course were actually my like co-interns. So
Mm-hmm.
we are still in touch. One of my friends, he's still working with Group M.
Right.
So we're still in touch, and it's been a great opportunity, because we also get to know. So during our lunch breaks in Group M, we used to discuss about what we did at upgrad and how it had helped us navigate our journey and everything. It was great.
That's really nice. So, you just mentioned about that during your counseling session, they helped you for your resume building and everything, right?
Right.
So, did you avail for any of our placement services, like other things than if you have any experience for that?
Yeah, so I got my first job opportunity through upgrad itself. So I did an internship at Group M, and through that I got an offer from Group M to work there full time. So that was through upgrad itself, and yeah, Ruchi was the one who helped me during this whole process from upgrad. She was from upgrad itself. Yeah.
Great, great. And if I can ask you, what was the most standout point of the course? If you can tell us in general,
So
be it curriculum, be it mentorship, be it different projects that you have worked for. Yeah.
So I would say the mentorship after the course, because it's not just during the course that you do everything, and then once the course is over, it's done for you. It's not like that. I completed my course in 2020, and I still get the webinar links to all the webinars that are happening at upgrad. It's still a learning process for me, because I get to hear a lot of people from different industries talk about the industry. It's kind of, the webinars are also a way of upskilling myself. So it doesn't just stop at the course ending, but it's also way beyond that. So that is something that is unique, and I really enjoyed it.
Right, right. So as you mentioned that it helped you beyond work, you know.
Yeah.
So to what extent did this course and upgrade services prepare you for it? Like what would happen if you hadn't upgraded? So you can comment on that.
So it made me like when you're done with college, you're not really sure of what you want to do, but through upgrad and through the life projects that we did, it
Hmm.
was more of you working as a professional and not as a student on those projects. So it
Yeah,
makes you job ready, is what I would say. Yeah.
right. That's really interesting. So one thing I really want to ask you as what is that one thing that would you like upgrad and especially in this course in their curriculum, be it their project, can work on? Like, if you have any comment on that, that do you think that this would have been better? Like something, if you have any opinion on that, advice on that. Yeah.
Okay, so I think everything's great at upgrad. Just that you should have one offline session with all the like alumni meeting up together and probably like chatting about their whole experience through upgrad. That is one thing. Yeah.
Great, great. So, what message or advice would you like to share with someone who hesitant to opt for an online course?
Who's
Because people would
sorry.
prefer doing something, as you mentioned, that offline class could have been, there could be an one option for it as well. So, what message that would you have for somebody who hesitant to opt for an online course?
Okay, so I feel like there's no need to be hesitant to opt for an online course because if you're sure about the curriculum, because you get a detailed kind of you get the details of the curriculum way before you start the curriculum itself. So go through it. Be sure that you will be helped throughout the curriculum, throughout the your journey, and I think just go for it. Like if you feel like that's something that will work out for you, just go for it. Yeah.
That's great. So, not last but not the least, I have one question for you. That what is that one thing, or maybe many things from upgrad that you have learned is helping you in your current job? Like currently, you're working in Shebang. So, is there anything that is specifically, or maybe something in general, that is helping you for the current job that you're doing, which you have learned through the upgrad program?
Yeah. So I feel like what I've learned at upgrad has helped me kind of get very much ready for like learning about the tools and everything. That is something that stood out when I was working as well because it's not something that I had to learn on the job. I obviously learning on the job is completely different, but you are very much confident in what you're going to do ahead, like in your job. So then you have that kind of confidence, so you can go ahead and like do that particular job and not like hesitate to like not be confident, something like that. So that is, yeah, that is something that I would say.
That is really interesting, actually, very insightful. I'm sure our viewers and me in general have got a lot to learn from that conversation, that answer of yours. So, Ritika, it's been a pleasure having you with us today. Your experience and insights are incredibly motivating.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking time to be here, actually.
Thank you so much.
Thank
It
you.
was a lovely
Thank you
talk with
so
you.
Likewise. So, and to our audience, thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for more such engaging insights and have a wonderful evening. Everyone, happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ritika.